Alright, so in this tutorial, basically this is for the furniture assignment. I'm just going to go through and make a couch, or maybe I'll make a chair. I don't know. We'll make something. Okay, so first things first, if I want to do the back part of the chair, that's probably the most complicated shape. That'd actually be easiest to do just as a shadow box. So I'm going to do this, we'll do a 64 one. I'm just going to draw it out, holding shift just so it snaps, and then I'll just click on edit, or T, which is up here. I'm going to try and move a little faster just so I get through everything. Okay, so as you can see, I have my right back, whatever. So I'm going to actually go to the top, and I'm going to go from the bottom here. I just want to, let's see. Okay, zoom in here. Okay. So basically, I'm going to do the back end here. So I'm just going to hold S to change my draw size, hopefully. Okay, all right. And I'm just going to hold Control to mask, and I'm just going to draw out what I think the chair should look like. But you can see it's not symmetrical, so I'm going to hit X for grid snap, or for X symmetry. So I'm going to try again. So I'm just going to go draw, and I'm just going to kind of cut across and down. I'm going to go a little bit more, and it doesn't look very good. A little bit farther out. Something like that. Okay, so now if you were to look at my shape, all right, you can kind of see that it looks like this. Okay, so you can kind of see how that would be the back of a chair. Now the other thing it's going to need, obviously, is it's got to kind of come down for where the other things are. So just so you see, I'm going to the side here on the right. I'm not in perspective. That's why it looks kind of weird. So to do that, I am going to, let me see, where did I go to? Right to the end. Okay, so I'm gonna maybe draw a little too much and then bring it back. So we're gonna just go like this, and I'm just gonna kind of draw it all here. All right, and that actually might have screwed it up. It did. Hang on a second. You gotta be careful when you do it, because if you go too far down, then it won't. It'll actually like cut into the other one, so it'll kind of mess up what you got going on, which is not exactly what I want. Okay, let's just kind of. All right, let's see. Okay, looks okay. It's getting kind of cut off there. I think because I didn't, yeah, so it doesn't go. So I'm gonna, on this side, I'm just gonna kind of cut in a little bit more so it has a little more meat to work with. Okay, let's see what that looks like. It's a little better. Okay, we are gonna call that, you know what, actually I'm gonna cut this part down here too. So to switch out my I'm gonna hold Control and go from freehand to rectangle. And I'm going to kind of, I'm going to hold Control Z. I'm going to hold Control and Alt, and I'm going to kind of click and just cut down a little bit. So it cuts a little bit of that off. Whoops, I accidentally cut the bottom off there too. So you got to be careful. Let's try this again. And try and start right here so I don't get the bottom. Okay, like so. And that was weird. Oh, I think I held Shift and Control. Sorry. It's Control and Alt. There we go. Okay, this should do it. There we go. All right, good. So now it looks like what do you call those? A husband? That weird pillow. Beautiful. All right. So I got that going on. That's all great. So now that I have this little piece here, I'm just gonna go ahead and make Polymesh 3D. Hit this button up here, and voila. We'll call that the back of my chair. All right. So the next thing I need is more or less the cushion part. Okay. You can do that in a bunch of different ways. You could do it with a polysphere. You could do it with a cube. You could do it with a bunch of things, right? So underneath the tools here, I'm just going to look to see what else I got. Let's see, for shapes and things, these all are kind of lame. So if I just go up here and click on the tool, you see there's a whole slew of these other ones. Just find whatever one makes sense for what you're trying to make. So I'm thinking for that, I am going to use a sphere-render. I don't know what that is. Sphere-render. Okay, I'm going to use a sphere-render. Okay, but I didn't want to do that because that isn't going to help me. So I'm going to click back on this guy. So this is right now just a single tool, meaning it's like a single model. What I want to do is have it snap the way I want. Okay, come on. There we go. What I want to do is have it be part of this. So to do that, I'm going to go to Subtool, and I'm just going to do Append, and then, Append, and come on. Come on, there we go. I'm gonna do Append, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and select it over here, which actually it's up there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on that. And now that, you can see, is in its own layer here. So I gotta make sure I have that one selected. And then I'm actually going to click this transparency, and what that does is it makes all the other objects have transparent so you can see them still, because you can see how it's not lining up with that one. And then I'm just going to have to use the move and rotate tools and the various other ones. So I'm going to hit W for the move tool, or you go up here. I'm going to click here. I'm going to hold Shift. Shift just makes it so it stays straight. And I'm going to drag, we'll say, to here, okay? And then I'm just going to, you can see again, if I hold Shift, it'll snap it. So I'm going to snap it kind of a little bit so it's flatter like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here. I'm going to hold, oops, hang on a second. I'm going to click here. I'm going to hold Shift again. And I'm just going to pull it up to here, okay? And I'm going to switch to rotate, okay? Or R. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to hold Shift again, and it will snap it in, I think it was 15-degree increments, or 45, I'm not sure. And now it's to the side, okay? So that's good. I'm going to go to the top view here, and I need to shrink it down this way. So same second verse, same as the first. You got to grab that inside one. Oh, whoops, I'm on rotate. I meant to do move. I'm going to kind of pull that to there-ish. I'll take this side and pull that. I'm holding Shift to there-ish. Now I'm going to draw across this way. All right, and I'm going to hold Shift and pull it this way. Actually, I'm going to hit X. So let's undo that. Good. Now when I do this, hopefully that will... Okay, let's do this. I'm going to hold this. There we go. Hold Shift. All right, so that roughly gets it in the right idea. I'm going to go to the front here. I'm just going to drop it down so it's sitting correctly. And we're just going to grab the middle one. Okay, I'm just going to pull it down. Beautiful. And now what I'm going to do is hit back to the Q tool. I'm going to hit B, M, and V to get the move here. And from the top here, I'm just going to hold S to make my brush a little bit bigger. All right. Or we'll just do it this way, or that won't work. Okay, I'll use spacebar. It's a little glitchy. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of pull it in, pull this back this way a little bit, pull this out this way. Okay, because this shape works pretty well. Okay, so that's more or less my sheet cushion. It's pretty exciting. Okay, now I just need to do that bottom part here to do the other thing. So again, I'm just going to click on append, and I'm going to go to a cube. All right, just got to make sure I select it. All right, and we're going to do the same thing as before. W, whoop, I'm holding Shift, click and drag in, pull it down. All right, I'm going to take this end. Okay, now we'll take this one, pull this one up a little, pull this up in general a little bit, go to the side. Okay, it's kind of click off so I can get over here, click and drag, holding Shift again. Boom, pull it this way. Then I'll take this one and pull it that way. Looks pretty good. Oops, okay. Oh yeah, it's on, oh, this one's not. I'm gonna hit X, so it's whatever. We'll go right to the center here. Click and drag, hold Shift, and I'm just gonna pull it in. Okay, so looks kind of okay. All right, so I need to kind of cut these chunks off here just to kind of, you know, make it fit the other one. So to do that, I'm just going to use the hit the Q tool again, Control Shift, which normally it'll just do the visibility, which is not what I want. So I'm going to hold Control and Shift. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to change the brush to one of these clips. So I'm going to do Clip Curve. Do Clip Curve. Okay. So now I'm going to click, and then you'll notice that it draws this curve. I'm going to let go of Control and Shift. Now I'm just going to tap Alt, and it's going to put a point. Then you tap Alt, and then it will cut. And then I just let go, and it cut that. Okay, so it kind of cut that across. It's kind of weird. So Control, let go, Control, tap Alt, let go, and that's going to mess up because I went the wrong direction. So let's try that again. Control, because it's going to cut off the part that I'm, you know, showing here. Let go of both. Tap Alt. And we'll do that, and that will cut that. Okay, that looks pretty good. So then I'm just going to do some legs here, which will more or less just be, again, cubes. So I'm just going to do append. Where are you, cube? All right. I'm just going to pause it and position it just so you get the idea, because I don't want to waste time on this video with thatness. Okay, so hang on one second. So I just clicked on to select it. Instead of waiting and pausing it, I'm just going to do this whole part, and then I'll just do the next part with you too. That way there's there's nothing missing. So I'm gonna do the move tool. Boom. Okay, pull this down. I'm gonna hold shift. Pull down to roughly where the leg starts. I'm gonna hold shift, pull it again. Like so. Then we will, I'm just gonna go like this to kind of pull it closer that way. I'm gonna grab this middle one, pull it right there. Okay, looks like it's a little bit long. So we're just gonna click, hold shift, boom. I'm gonna grab this one, hold shift after I click and start dragging it. Good. Then I gotta grab the middle one. I'm holding shift. You can see it kind of doesn't let it slide any other way. Boom. Looking fabulous. Not quite. Actually, let's pull that in a little more. Okay. So another thing you can do that's kind of cool is this. So I'm gonna kind of get in closer here. If you actually hold in, actually click and drag. Oops. Hang on a second. Yeah. As you click and drag, if you hold control. Hang on a second. Keep messing up here. Okay. Oh, the square is weird. Oh, never mind. This isn't going to work because it's a weird cube. Let me do this real quick. So I'm just going to hit Control, click and drag to clear that out. I'm going to hit Q. I'm actually going to make this Dynamesh real quick, this little leg here, just so that it clears out some of that. So I'm going to go to Geometry. Let me see. Dynamesh. Click and drag. Should rebuild it. Beautiful. Okay. Now I'll do it. So back to the Move tool. And then click. Okay. So if you hold Control while you do it, it'll actually create a mask, okay, which is kind of neat. And then what I can do is I'm gonna hit scale here, so S. I can actually grab this, and you can see it's gonna. I'm scaling it, but it's only scaling the part that's not masked. So this way, I'm able to get kind of a different, more kind of. Oh, you know what? I need to kind of make that into the center. Let me see if I click here and hold Shift and drag. I got an idea. I'm gonna go to the side, just click and drag off. I'm gonna hold, try to get right to the edge here. Here we go. This, I'm gonna hold Shift, and is that, and then I'm gonna take this. Oops. If I pull it by one of the outside circles, it'll pull it in the center. I'm gonna go, and then I'll pull that up there. Just trying to get this into center. Okay. All right. All right. So now, there we go, and that should do it from all sides. F to frame. Good. Okay. So now I kind of got that. I'm just gonna Control, click and drag. Control, click and drag. Let it rebuild. Hit Q for the whatever tool there, and good. So now what I need to do is just get that base shape on the other side. So to do this, I'm actually going to use a plugin called Subtool Master. So I'm going to go to Z plugin and Subtool Master. All right, I'm going to click on mirror because I need to mirror this. I want to mirror it in the x-axis, and I want to append as a new tool. It just means that it's not going to be part of the same one. And then hit OK, and you can see it made one on the other side. Yay! Actually, before I do that though, I can't undo it. Well, we'll just go this way. So I'm just gonna take this tool, and I just gotta duplicate it, so it's right here. Let me see, which one is it? Okay, it's the bottom one. So I'm gonna take it. If I just click duplicate, it will actually duplicate it. You can't really tell because it's on top of itself. I'm gonna. Okay, we'll just move it back here like so. All right. And I'm just gonna hold Shift, click, and drag that inwards a little bit. And all right, so I got that one there. Let's see, make sure I got that one selected. That's not it. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna take that again. I'm just gonna go to the Z plugin, Subtool Master, gonna hit on mirror, and I'm same thing as before. It'll make the other one flip it right there. And if I have all these on, you'll see that I now have the basis of my chair. Okay. So that's the basic layout of this crappy looking chair that we can do more with. But for now, it's just ugly. All right. And then I'll make another video and I'll just kind of go through how I would roughly sculpt this using some other tools. Yay.